everyone, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you find it useful and informative, and I hope that it helps to smooth the process of making an application for permissions for works. My name is Peter Duff and I'm the Assistant DAC Secretary. Throughout this video, you may hear me refer to Stephen. Stephen's cited as the DAC Secretary. Back in 2016, the Diocese of Lincoln went live with the online faculty system. Prior to that, it had been trialled in a few dioceses following discussions with those who were affected by making applications, from churchwardens to chancellors and everyone else in between. What we have been left with is what we see today. There have been a few tweaks to the system, but by and large it's very similar to how it was in its original guise. Put simply, the online faculty system is an online portal through which you can make applications to gain permissions for works to church buildings, churchyards and the surrounding curtilage. I would advise that you use a computer or a laptop when trying to navigate the system. Tablets and smartphones can be used, but the smaller screens may make it trickier to navigate certain sections. To start with, I would suggest that you access any well-known internet search engine and search for the online faculty system. This will hopefully reveal a link for you to click that will take you directly to the website's homepage. Before I go any further, please note the purple Help tab, from which you can access a number of user manuals that will guide you through the online system with easy to follow instructions and clearly annotated photographs and screenshots. You will also see a number of options at the very top of the screen in purple text, one of which says Home. If at any point you feel the need to restart or reset, then pressing this will always take you to the home page and you can simply start again or retrace your steps accordingly. However, for the purposes of this, let's start by registering an account. Click on the register link at the very top of the page. Fill in the form in a very similar manner to how you would for many online shopping websites and be sure to click Create Account. Stephen and I will get an automated email from the system to accept your registration, and after we have done this, you'll be free to access the site. In order to access the site, you will need the email address and password you used whilst registering. Enter these into the relevant boxes and press Sign In. Please note how you can recover your password if you have forgotten it, or indeed begin the registration process if you have not done so already. As a side note, automated emails are sent from the system periodically to alert the relevant people at the relevant times to either action something or update them on the progress of the application. Either way, there is always a direct link to the application contained within the email, a blue hyperlink that says This link. When registering for notifications, select every time something happens, rather than daily, as the latter will drive you mad. The system can be used to log 3 different levels of permissions, as set out by the faculty jurisdiction rules. List A matters are the most straightforward, and we'll firstly look at how to log one of these. Although List A matters do not need any formal consultation or formal permissions, logging the works is a really good way of keeping track of what you have done to your church building and churchyard for future records, or as an electronic version of your church logbook. For this example, I will log, under List A, that I have recently cleared the gutters of leaves. To start any new application, it's usually easiest to begin the process from the home page. There you'll see a number of purple tabs, one of which is entitled Applications. If you click on this, you will see a series of buttons which are hopefully reasonably self-explanatory. We want Start a new List A or List B option in this instance. Click on the purple button and give the works a title. Afterwards, select whether the works affect the church building or the churchyard. This is important as when you click Next, the options that become available for that selection will be filtered accordingly. Select the relevant List A matter that best fits the works you are planning. Once you have done this, scroll to the bottom and click the Next button. As you will see, it asks you whether or not you wish to proceed with the List A matter, and this is because such works do not need any formal permissions. If you click OK, the works will be logged and a record will be kept. You needn't wait for any formal notification of permissions. The works can proceed as soon as you wish to get started. Note, the routine repair and maintenance of a listed building should not be carried out under List A. List B applications start in much the same way. For this example, we'll choose to fell a tree. List B matters are works which can be signed off by the Archdeacon, often following consultation with the relevant advisor or advisors from the DAC, but very rarely the committee as a whole. Again, from the home page, click on the Applications tab. Scroll down until you see Start a new List A or List B item option and click on it. As we wish to apply for tree works, we'll need to select that the works affect the churchyard. By doing this, the system will narrow down the subsequent options available for the A and B lists. Click Next and you'll see the A list again. As you don't want any of these options, scroll all the way to the very bottom of the page. You will hopefully see an option that says none of the above. Select this option and click Next, and you'll be presented with all of the List B matters that can be undertaken within the churchyard. Scroll down until you see the one you want, in this instance B7.2, and select it. Scroll to the bottom of the page and click the purple Finish Form button. This will open up a List B application for you. You will see, beneath the yellow instructions box, a series of tabs. Ensure the Details tab is open by clicking on it. There will be 3 lines, 2 of which have already been completed. You can tell this is the case because they have green ticks towards the right-hand side of the screen. The 3rd line has a blue egg timer on it instead. If I had a catchphrase, it would be that you have to turn your blue egg timers into green ticks. To do this, you need to enter the form that reads List B Application Details. The way to enter this form is by clicking on the icon towards the right-hand side of the screen that shows a green pencil hovering above a pad of paper. You'll be presented with a text box that is entitled Details of your proposal. Simply click into the box and type whatever you feel will be relevant information to support the application you are making. Afterwards, click the Finish Form button and that will take you back to the Details tab, where you will see that the blue egg timer has turned into a green tick. Most applications will require further information in the way of specifications, plans or photographs, for example. These help to evidence what you wish to do, why you wish to do them and how you propose to go about the works. To add such information to an application, you need to click on the Supporting Documents and Images tab. There are 2 ways to add something. The easiest way is to simply drag and drop what you wish to attach into the box that you have noticed has appeared. The other way is to click the Select File button and search through your folders until you find what you're looking for. Whichever option you choose, be sure to give the document a name in the description box. If you realise you have added the wrong document, you can, at this stage, click on the icon that looks like a rubbish bin and delete the file. If, however, you are content, click the Upload button to complete the process. If you now realise it's the wrong document, you can still delete it. Simply click on the icon that shows a yellow pencil and click Delete. This is also the way to rename a document if you need to as well, and if that's the case, then click the Update button afterwards. Once you're content that you have added all the information you feel is necessary to support your application, head back to the Details tab and click Submit. This will push it through to Stephen and I to process further and allow the Archdeacon to sign off the works. We've seen how to log List A and List B works, but now we want to embark upon a faculty application. We again start on the home page and click on the Applications tab. You will see the option to start a new faculty case. This time, click on that option. Essentially, a faculty application is very similar to a List B application, the difference being there are more forms to fill in. However, you access those forms and edit those forms in much the same way as a List B application and attach any further information in exactly the same manner. As you enter each form, you will notice some numbered arrows. These tell you how many pages need filling in and which page you are on. The page you are on is shown in purple. The pages you have completed will be shown as green. And the pages you are yet to fill in should be in grey. You can click on these arrows to flick between pages. And you can also use the buttons below, such as Next and Previous. The last page will always have a Finish Form button, which, like the List B application, will turn your blue egg timer into a green tick. Note the icons that show a question mark inside a purple circle. If you were to hover your mouse over these, they often answer the question you are thinking of. It's a good way of understanding what is being asked of you and sometimes how you should format your answer. As we've seen before, there are also various text boxes at the top of the pages that give instructions as to what to do next and how. Let's say the phone rings and you need to leave your application for a while. Notice the Save and Come Back Later button. If you press this, your works will be saved up to this point that you've got to. You can close down your application and your internet browser and return later and nothing will be lost. To find your application again, simply log back onto the system and click the Applications tab. Scroll down until you see your application and click into it using the icon that shows a magnifying glass hovering above a pad of paper. Now that has been done, we're happy with the application so far. Therefore, we can submit the application by pressing the Submit button at the bottom of the Details tab. This will send the application to Stephen and I, and we will fill in a few forms before passing the application back to you to complete. Once the additional forms are completed and all the information is in place, click the Submit button once more and voila! The application is ready for the DAC to consider. After the DAC has looked at the proposals at their next available DAC's meeting, either myself or Stephen will issue the committee's advice via the Notification of Advice certificate. This will clearly state what the DAC are prepared to recommend, any provisos they may wish to add, and an indication as to any other bodies who may require consultation, such as the Local Planning Authority and Historic England. You will now see that the petition form has reappeared at the bottom of the page and that the blue egg timer has replaced the green tick. The petition form will require some additional work. After this, make sure you click Finish Form and again the Submit button at the bottom of the Details tab. This has now sent your application to the registry. This is now the stage of the process where you need to do your public notice. As you will see, large parts of it will already have been populated for you. You will just need to enter the start date for the notice and give an address as to where the information for the works can be viewed should anyone wish to see more detail about what is being proposed. Once you have completed your public notice and gained your green tick, print out a few copies to display. Re-enter the application and then click on the Open as PDF for printing. After the 28 days are up, fill out the public notice certificate again and click Submit. You are now in a position where you have done all you need to do, and the faculty will arrive in due course after the Chancellor has made his decision.
Thank you for watching this training video. Do have a look at others in the series, and if you have any questions, please contact us at the Church Buildings team.